Cadbury, a name that conjures up images of creamy chocolate, British tradition, and a legacy stretching back to centuries. For 170 years, this beloved Birmingham-based chocolatier proudly held the Royal Warrant, a prestigious seal of approval from the British monarchy. But in a historic first since 1854, Cadbury has been dropped from the Royal Warrant list. Why, you might ask? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grab your favorite Cadbury, get comfy, let's peel back the foil and dig into this bittersweet story. The Royal Warrant isn't just a fancy accolade, it's a mark of distinction granted to companies supplying goods or services to the royal household. Cadbury earned this honor in 1854 under Queen Victoria, symbolizing its status as a British institution. But as King Charles III reshuffles the Warrant list, Cadbury's long-standing royal connection has melted away. First off, what exactly is a royal warrant? Think of it as a royal endorsement, a prestigious nod saying this brand is fit for the monarchy. Companies with a warrant can display the royal coat of arms on their product, a symbol of tradition and excellence. Reviewed every 5 years, the warrant isn't a lifetime achievement award, it's a mark of ongoing quality. When King Charles III ascended the throne, he faced the monumental task of deciding which companies would keep their warrants. Out of hundreds, 386 made the cut. Big names like Heinz, John Lewis, and Nestle retained their royal ties, but Cadbury, they are no longer on the list. To understand the significance of this decision, let's dive back into the history of the Royal Warrant. Its roots trace back to the medieval era, when the best supplies to the royal court were rewarded with tokens of recognition. Think of it as an ancient gold star. Fast forward to the Tudor period, King Henry VIII formalized the process. Supplier who satisfied his extravagant tastes earned a form of warrant, setting the stage for centuries of tradition. By the Georgian era, the warrant system expanded beyond food and clothing to include all kinds of goods and services. The Industrial Revolution brought new innovations and the royal family embraced them. By Queen Victoria's time, the warrant became a powerful marketing tool. One of Spiffing Breed's favorite tea brands, Yorkshire Tea, he even has a PC that looked like this. And he designed a card that looks like this.
And to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Yorkshire Teapot 5000, an entirely electric mode of transportation and tea brewing technology.
And one of the best carbonated drinks on the market, Schweppes proudly displayed their royal connections. Cementing their reputations, today over 800 businesses hold this honor, ranging from luxury brands to small artisan shops, but earning a warrant isn't easy. It requires supplying the royal household for at least 5 years while maintaining the highest standards. When Queen Elizabeth II passed away in 2022, all warrants issued in her name became void. This transition gave King Charles the opportunity to reassess the warrant list, ensuring it aligns with his values and priorities. For Cadbury, this reassessment didn't end in their favor. Founded in 1824 by John Cadbury, the brand started as a small shop in Birmingham selling tea, coffee, and drinking chocolate. Back then, chocolate was more of a luxurious beverage than a sweet treat. In 1861, John's son Richard and George took over, transforming Cadbury into a household name. The factory in Bourneville wasn't just a workplace, it was a community, complete with houses, schools, and parks for employees. This focus on innovation and welfare became a hallmark of Cadbury's legacy.
Richard and George envisioned Bourneville as more than just a place where their employees could live. It would be a Quaker utopia for workers.
The reason why the Cadburys invested in this kind of a community was certainly motivated largely by the Quaker conviction that workers must be treated to meet their needs and to meet them generously and to provide them with security and shelter and some of the amenities of life.
Every couple of houses looked different. There were different appearances to the fronts. Then there were nice gardens out the back and places where you could grow vegetables. Now, that was part of the philosophy of the Cadbury brothers, that it was the whole man and woman that they were looking at, the mind, the body, and the soul.
Richard and George's chocolate village was dotted with swimming pools and playing fields, dining rooms and lounges on the factory grounds. Workers could join sports teams, and in keeping with their own belief in education, the Cadbury brothers encouraged men and women to go to night school.
The cynic could say, well, if you treat them well, then they'll work harder, and of course there's some truth in that. But I don't think that is basically what originally motivated them. The reason for Bourneville was to improve the conditions of poverty of the ordinary factory workers.
Over the years, Cadbury introduced iconic creations like the Dairy Milk in 1905, Creme eggs in 1971, and roses perfect for gifting or indulging. These treats became staples in households worldwide. Today, Cadbury's chocolate are enjoyed in over 50 countries, from the UK to India, where campaigns like Kuch Mecha Ho Jaye or Let's Have Something Sweet have cemented its place in celebrations. But Cadbury's journey hasn't been without bumps. In 2010, US conglomerate Kraft, now Mondelez International, acquired Cadbury, sparking controversy. Many felt this marked the loss of Cadbury's Britishness. Mondelez has faced its share of scrutiny, and some speculate this may have influenced the King's decision to drop Cadbury's warrant. Earlier this year, Campaign Group B for Ukraine urged King Charles to reconsider warrants for companies still operating in Russia post-Ukraine invasion. Mondelez, listed among them, may have fallen victim to this heightened scrutiny alongside other brands like Unilever. Losing the royal warrant isn't just a symbolic blow, it has practical implications. Cadbury must now remove the royal coat of arms from its packaging, a costly endeavor. That emblem was more than a design, it was a badge of trust and quality. Without it, Cadbury risks losing some of its sheen in the eyes of consumers. Still, Cadbury's impact goes beyond a royal seal. Through initiatives like the Cocoa Life program, the brand supports sustainable farming practices, ensuring the chocolates are both delicious and ethically made.
In 2012, we understood that the cocoa supply chain was very vulnerable, that cocoa was facing a variety of interlinked challenges. That is why we invented Cocoa Life, and we pioneered a new integrated approach that is really outcome-based and seeking measurable impact on the ground and at scale.
In actually designing interventions for cocoa sustainability, we really need to understand contextual realities, whether we're talking about child labour, whether we're talking about farmer poverty or women's empowerment.
That is why Cocoa Life works directly on the ground, side by side, with our partners, the national institutions, and most importantly, the men and women whose livelihood it is to grow our cocoa.
Our proudest achievement with Cocoa Life are trainees have resulted in increased income, reduced child labor, women are empowered.
In our 6 producing countries, the communities have become stronger and more able to drive their own development. I've really learned the important role that women play, whether it's in cocoa farming, cocoa production, or in their communities. And that is really critical to identify that, because when we identify it, we can also leverage their strengths as change makers.
And let's not forget Cadbury's iconic advertising campaigns like the drumming gorilla set to Phil Collins in the air tonight, or the glass and a half slogan that's become synonymous with quality and generosity. So what's next for Cadbury? Losing the royal warrant might be a dent in its image, but it's far from the end. The brand's legacy of innovation, community, and quality will likely keep it thriving. After all, Cadbury's true strength lies in its ability to create moments of joy, one chocolate bar at a time. And that's it for today's video. What do you think about Cadbury losing its royal warrant? Is it a significant loss or just a fancy title? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Don't forget to subscribe. And thanks for watching. And as usual, I'll see you in the next news. Bye bye.